Oh boy, I'm doing this again. I had an idea while I was driving home from floor hockey tonight in honor of Dark Confession of Extraordinary Ordinary Woman, fourth anniversary since it first came out. I'm going to read just a little part from the introduction. Everything happens for a reason. I wasted years of my life worrying, stressing, and second-guessing myself on every decision before I finally came to that conclusion. It took surviving the hardest moments of my life to learn how to simply let go and believe in myself. I mentally attacked myself for most of my teens and 20s before learning how to love myself in my 30s. Does that sound familiar? Most women travel this bumpy road towards self-discovery. Too many of us allow self-doubt, foolish insecurities, and poor self-esteem into our lives somewhere between needing our first bra and buying our first vibrator. Our focus shifts towards pleasing the people around us and away from focusing on our own goals and ambitions. Most women survive these turbulent teenage years unscathed, but others become victim to their lack of self-worth. Maybe that was just me. I was a dreamer when I was young. I had ridiculous goals and thought I was invincible. My parents can attest to that fact. I was fearless, adventurous, and incredibly klutzy. Nothing has changed. I climbed on anything when I was a kid, which meant I fell off everything. I fell off the monkey bars and lost a tooth in the dirt when I was 7. I also fell off our roof when I was 9 and broke my arm. I fell off the bleachers at a baseball game. I fell off our fence because I was using it as a tightrope, and I fell off a foot-high step that caused me to break my arm once again. I was constantly tripping over my feet and landing on my face, but I always got up. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. All that matters in life is how many times you get back up. Over the past few years, I've discovered that most of those cheesy cliches are actually true. A positive attitude will eventually bring positive results. The trick is maintaining your cheesy outlook, even when your world is crumbling around you. And doing so is almost as easy and as life-altering as finishing a marathon. I finished my first full marathon in 2010, but 10 years before, when the building blocks of my world came crashing down around me, I lay down in the rubble and buried my face in the debris, praying it would suffocate me. Positive attitude did eventually earn me greater happiness than I ever thought possible, but if my life had been left completely in my hands, I wouldn't be alive to experience the magic of the last 15 years. Somehow things fell into place and I survived. I'm comfortable taking credit for my recent accomplishments and consider myself to be a pretty confident woman. But there was a time when my life spiraled so far out of control that I gave up on myself. I can't even take credit for the tale of survival because that miracle must have come from above. I know I'm lucky to be alive. Once I learned that my life was valuable, I started to treat it that way. All I did was change my attitude, and everything got better. I made incredible friends, rebuilt damaged relationships, landed great jobs, and revived the overachiever that I was as a kid. Simply because I was in the right place at a time, yes, another cliche, I am now happily married to a kind man who truly loves me. My life is good now. There was a dark time when I didn't think that would ever be possible. I went from being a fearless child who was ready to take the world by storm to a scared little girl who wished my life would end. I finally regained the strength and confidence I once had, which is why you're reading this novel. In recent years, I've used my willpower and determination to get into the best physical, emotional, and mental shape of my life. I didn't know I had that willpower or determination until I hit rock bottom. Those qualities were lying dormant with my confidence and self-esteem. 15 years ago, I was a drug-addicted, chain-smoking thief who willingly stayed in a physically, emotionally, and